been around for a long time. My name is Jack Frost.
Hello, welcome to Premiere Scene. I'm Claire Bueno as Leicester Square becomes a winter wonderland at the UK premiere of Rise of the Guardians.
Hello, mate. Been a long time. Blizzard of '68, I believe. Easter Sunday, wasn't it?
You're not still mad about that, are you?
Yes, but this is about something else. Fellas? Hey!
Is this very much a coming-of-age story for Jack Frost?
Yeah, in a way. Jack is a character who... So he's called upon by the legends of these guardians of childhood, these legends we've all heard about from our parents, Santa, the Tooth Fairy, the Sandman, the Easter Bunny, and he's the one guardian that has felt left out, that people don't believe in. And he's been roaming the earth for 300 years, wondering what his purpose is and what he's meant to do, where he comes from. And yeah, I think coming of age, it's a very much... it's like a profoundly simple point, is like, what am I put here to do, and who am I? And those are questions that he discovers in this film.
And as far as preparing for your character, how does that differ, lending your voice to an animation compared to doing live action?
It's different because the only weapon in your arsenal is your voice, and you don't have the nuance of a close-up or your body. So thankfully I had about 3 years to figure out what the hell I was doing, and it suck a lot before I hopefully came to a place of understanding a bit more how to do it. And I learned a lot, quite honestly, from listening to Alec and Hugh and Jude and what they were doing in this film, a better way of how to really use my voice.
There he is, Jack Frost!
Santa. Wow.
I hope the Yetis treated you well.
Yeah, I love being shoved in a sack and tossed through a magic portal.
Oh, good. That was my idea.
Congratulations on your directorial debut.
Thank you.
My
Thank
goodness.
you.
Was that quite a challenge?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge, but I had a lot of help, so it was good.
And you come from an animation background, but what was it like for you working with the actors and directing them and bringing the performances out for them?
You know, it was fantastic. I mean, it's all, everything that we do is a work of imagination, so it all comes from that. And they were really eager. They loved the story. You know, they really wanted to bring these characters to life. And you know, it was just me and them in a recording booth with the script pages, no costumes, no sets, no anything. So we could all really have a good time and relax and really explore these characters.
When you talk about the imagination, are you showing the actors like the concept art first of all, so they can get a picture in their mind with who they're going to be working with?
Yeah, it's really important, since we don't have sets or anything like that, to give them as much information about the world they're going to be in and the feel. And a lot of my job as a director is just to put them in that headspace and give them the emotional context they need to do their job, because you can imagine it's tough when you're talking about Easter eggs and the Tooth Fairy, and you know, you got to make that all believable. So.
And for you, the story, what was it that enchanted you, that made you want to embark on telling this tale?
You know, it was a combination of things, but the biggest thing to me was that these are characters, you know, they're not just characters from a storybook or from a cartoon or anything like that. They are literally real. When you're a child, they are real to you. You know, you ask Santa Claus for a present and there it is under the tree. So to me, that was so powerful an idea to sort of be able to work with and play with that I couldn't resist.
Whoa! The big four, all together. Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, Sandman, and the Easter Kangaroo.
The what? I'm a bunny.
It is our job to protect the children of the world.
With regards to the kind of the process and how you get involved, at what point are you involved in contributing with the music? Do you have to wait for the animation to finish, or are you shown storyboards and the script and work from that way?
Yeah, I'm shown, on this one I was shown very early on, 2 years ago, a lot of things, but it really takes shape when the movie is there all together, especially animation, because, you know, there's several stages, and until the very last moment you don't really see the characters and the light and the cinematography being at the top. So it's really, to me, the best moment is the end.
And where do you start? What instrument do you begin with? How do you become inspired? What do you look for?
The first thing is the storyline, and you have to find what resonates in you and what is important, and then you decide, depending on the characters and what or the situation, what emotion you want to convey, and then you decide how you orchestrate this piece, like we hear René Fleming singing the end-titled song. But this theme is the one that we hear all along the film. I think it's the first theme I found, the main theme of the movie, the emotional, which is the theme of dreams.
And also you recorded in Abbey Road
Yes.
with the London Philharmonic Orchestra. So what
London
made
Symphony.
I beg your pardon, London Symphony Orchestra.
Very different.
Very, you are right. I stand corrected. And what made them the right choice of artists to work with?
I've worked with them for quite a few years now, and each time I'm amazed by the musicality. It's not only that they sight read very fast, individually they're amazing musicians, but together they create such a warm, lush sound, precise, engaging, and the first reading is always musical. It's not just the notes. They all immediately engage into the music, and that's really rare, believe me. That's the best band in the world.
Now we face a threat greater than ever before.
What an adorable dream. What's more powerful? It's fear.
We need your help.
Now, you're Chief Creative Officer
I am.
at DreamWorks. What a wonderful title.
It's a great title and a great job.
I was going to say, can you share with us a little bit more about your responsibilities?
Sure, I get to work with the most crazy talented, amazing artists and writers and technicians to make these fantastic films. I really oversee the films, the ones that get put into production, how we develop them, and then I bring the teams together to work on them. So on Guardians, for instance, we found this material about 6 years ago, and then I brought Peter Ramsey and Christina Steinberg onto the project about 4 years ago, and that's when it really started to come together. And then the writer and everyone else came on board. But that's my job, is overseeing that and bringing the teams together.
And what was it about Rise of the Guardians and the story that resonated with you, that made you want to put all your time and effort into it?
You know, I thought what Bill Joyce had done with the backstories of these characters was really, really original. And, you know, there are many, many holiday films about these characters, and people have all different kinds of relationships with these stories, but what Bill had done is really position them as the original superheroes. And I thought that was a really exciting way to look at them, because what they do protect and guard is something really important for all of us. So I thought that was a big idea, a big hook, and I thought it could be a great film. I didn't actually know how or what it would be at the time, and it's turned into something far greater than I could have expected.
Why me?
You have something very special inside. And we can't do it without you. Let's go! Sandy? Sandy? Wake up!
I think it's important to say, isn't it, that there is a craft within the animation, and there are craftsmen handcrafting these animations, aren't there?
Everything is, it's on a computer, but it is artists individually who make every frame of the movie, from the acting of our actors to the animators to the visual effects supervisors. So everything is really still an art.
And Guillermo del Toro is an executive producer and obviously a visionary filmmaker. So how does his influence really help not only the aesthetic of the film, but also the storyline?
Yeah, well, he was very involved and a huge influence for us. You might see, if people know Guillermo, our character of North resembles him quite a bit. And we always said Guillermo was our guardian, really. I mean, he pushed us every day to try harder, be better, make our imaginations work overtime so we could put everything on screen. And he's just an influence in every aspect of the film.
And you're working with Peter, who's a first-time director in a feature film. So how has that process been, and how is it difficult? Is it difficult for you, really, as a producer, to invest in somebody that's an unknown, really?
Actually, no, because Peter has had a 20-year career in storyboarding. He's worked with David Fincher, Ang Lee, Francis Ford Coppola. So Peter's been waiting to get his chance, and he did an amazing job. He's a director through and through, so it's a pleasure.
And we've got a phenomenal cast here. So is it important to have big names attached to a project to be commercial, really, these days?
I think it certainly helps, but we really went after the cast that was our dream cast to play the characters. These characters are designed to really resemble a child's imagination. So they don't look like the characters. It wasn't for the physical attributes. It's really their amazing acting skills.
You can't kill fear, Jack. I'm not afraid of you.
We stand together.
You take the ones on the left, I'll take the ones on the right.
Well, as you can see, the fun has already begun here, and it all started at the UK premiere of Rise of the Guardians. I'm Claire Bueno, and you're watching Premiere Scene.
Here we go!
Am I on the naughty list?
Naughty list? You hold the record.